Ladies and gentlemen, in the journey of life, we are often faced with questions we do not know how to answer, situations that test our patience, and moments of darkness that seem impossible to overcome. Yet in these very moments there lies a simple, timeless truth. Sometimes the greatest strength is in silence, a measured pause, a quiet mind, and the restraint to speak only when necessary. These are not signs of weakness, but of wisdom. And when the world seems heavy, when challenges threaten to overwhelm us, there is one gesture more powerful than words: a smile. A smile can soften the hardest hearts, bridge divides, and remind us that even in struggle, joy and humanity remain. It is a light we carry within, one that no darkness can extinguish. But perhaps the most vital force of all is hope. Hope is the flame that flickers in the blackest night, guiding us forward when paths are uncertain. It is the promise that no matter how deep the shadows, there is a dawn waiting, a brighter day ahead. Hope inspires courage, fuels resilience, and reminds us that even in despair, our spirit cannot be broken. So today I invite you to embrace silence when words fail, to greet life's challenges with a smile, and to let hope illuminate every corner of darkness. In doing so, we do not merely survive. We rise, we inspire, and we transform the world around us. The journey may not be easy, but remember, true strength is quiet, joy is simple, and hope is eternal. In life, we often feel compelled to respond immediately, to speak our minds, to justify ourselves, and to defend our positions. Yet, there is an extraordinary power in restraint, a strength that is cultivated not through noise or argument, but through silence. Silence is not emptiness. It is a space of reflection, of understanding, and of wisdom. It allows us to pause, to see clearly, and to act with purpose rather than impulse. True courage is not measured by how loudly we proclaim our beliefs, but by the quiet dignity with which we carry ourselves, even in the face of criticism or challenge. Silence teaches us patience. It reminds us that not every question requires an answer. Not every conflict demands confrontation, and not every injustice needs an immediate reaction. When we allow ourselves the gift of stillness, we discover a clarity that words alone cannot provide. We begin to understand the intentions behind others' actions, the subtle lessons hidden in adversity, and the strength that comes from restraint. By remaining silent in moments of anger or frustration, we refuse to let negativity control our spirit, and we preserve the peace of our minds. Moreover, silence is a profound form of communication. In a world filled with noise and distraction, a calm, measured presence speaks volumes. It conveys strength, composure, and unshakable resolve. When we choose silence over reaction, we allow our actions to carry meaning and our character to shine. People notice the confidence of one who does not rush to answer but listens deeply, observes carefully, and responds thoughtfully. This is the power of silence. It transforms ordinary moments into moments of reflection, understanding, and influence. But silence alone is not enough. It must be paired with inner strength and hope. The silent heart is not one that withdraws from life, but one that engages with wisdom, patience, and resilience. It is a heart that smiles even when the world challenges it, and a mind that believes in the possibility of light even amidst darkness. In cultivating silence, we cultivate a space for hope to grow, for clarity to emerge, and for peace to prevail. So I urge you, in times of doubt, in moments of challenge, in the storms that life inevitably brings, embrace silence. Let it be your guide. Let it temper your reactions, strengthen your spirit, and illuminate your path. For in silence, we find our deepest courage, our truest wisdom, and our most enduring power. And in that quiet strength, we discover that the world is not something to fight with noise, but something to transform with dignity, patience, and hope. In every corner of the world, across every culture and language, there exists a universal expression, simple yet profound, the smile. It is a gesture so small, yet its impact can be monumental. A smile has the power to soften hardened hearts, to disarm anger, and to bridge divides that words alone cannot cross. In moments of tension, a smile can be a beacon of calm, a signal that understanding is possible, and a reminder that humanity remains even in the most difficult circumstances. A smile is not merely an expression of happiness, it is an act of courage. When the world challenges us, when adversity presses upon us, and when circumstances threaten to overwhelm, a smile is a choice. It is the conscious decision to respond to difficulty with grace, to meet hostility with warmth, and to confront despair with hope. A smile carries within it a quiet power, a strength that speaks louder than arguments, louder than complaints, and louder than fear. Throughout my life, I have witnessed the extraordinary impact of a smile. In prison, in the struggle against injustice, in moments when the weight of despair threatened to extinguish hope, a simple smile reminded me of our shared humanity. It conveyed resilience, it offered connection, and it inspired courage in others. One cannot underestimate the energy contained in such a small gesture. A smile can heal emotional wounds, remind someone they are not alone, and create a ripple of positivity that spreads far beyond the moment in which it is offered. But the power of a smile goes beyond its effect on others. It transforms the one who gives it. Smiling in the face of adversity strengthens the spirit, cultivates patience, and fosters optimism. It is a form of inner resistance against bitterness, anger, and fear. It reminds us that even when circumstances are difficult, we maintain the ability to choose our reaction, to shape our environment, and to influence those around us with kindness. A smile is also a bridge. It crosses boundaries of race, culture, and language. It speaks to the heart where words may fail. It reminds us that connection is always possible, that empathy is always attainable, and that compassion can shine even in the darkest moments. One smile can spark another, creating a chain of understanding and goodwill that can change communities and indeed the world. So I urge you, in every challenge you face, in every tense encounter, and in every moment of uncertainty, let your smile be your response. Let it be the light that breaks through tension, the warmth that heals pain, and the courage that inspires hope. For in a world filled with conflict and fear, the simple act of smiling can be a revolutionary act of love, strength, and humanity. In the journey of life, there will be moments when darkness surrounds us. There will be times when the challenges we face seem insurmountable, when despair threatens to cloud our minds, and when the world feels cold and unyielding. In those moments, it is hope that must guide us. Hope is not a passive wish, nor a fleeting dream. It is a force, a light that shines steadily in the midst of uncertainty. It illuminates the path forward when all other lights are dim, and it gives courage to hearts that feel weary and lost. Hope is the quiet voice that whispers, "Do not give up." It is the spark that refuses to be extinguished, even in the fiercest storms. When circumstances seem impossible, hope reminds us that no darkness is eternal, no challenge is unbeatable, and no setback can define the fullness of our lives. It calls upon our inner strength, urging us to rise each day with renewed determination and unwavering belief in the possibility of a better tomorrow. Throughout history, hope has been the driving force behind human resilience. It is hope that fuels the struggle for justice, that inspires individuals to endure hardship, and that encourages societies to overcome injustice. When we hold on to hope, we carry with us the understanding that even the smallest step forward matters. Even a single act of courage, kindness, or perseverance can create ripples that transform not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. Hope also teaches us patience. It is not a fleeting burst of optimism, but a steady, enduring flame. It allows us to navigate uncertainty with calmness, to face adversity with courage, and to approach challenges with a sense of purpose. In holding on to hope, we do not deny the existence of difficulties, but we affirm our belief in the possibility of triumph, growth, and renewal. Moreover, hope is contagious. When one person carries hope, it inspires others to believe that change is possible. It spreads like light across darkness, touching hearts and minds in ways that cannot be measured but are deeply felt. In a world often overshadowed by fear, injustice, or sorrow, hope becomes the anchor that keeps us grounded, the compass that guides our actions, and the inspiration that motivates us to continue forward with dignity and strength. So, let us embrace hope in every aspect of our lives. Let it guide us through uncertainty, sustain us in moments of despair, and empower us to act with courage and compassion. 4. It is hope that transforms darkness into light, challenges into opportunities, and fear into the unwavering belief that we can rise, endure, and make a difference. No matter how heavy the night, hope is the eternal flame that will lead us toward the dawn. Life is a journey filled with trials, challenges, and moments that test the very core of our spirit. Each one of us will encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable, circumstances that feel unfair, and setbacks that shake our confidence. Yet, it is in these moments of adversity that our true character is revealed. The ability to endure, to rise, and to continue moving forward is not born of luck or circumstance. It is cultivated through resilience, through the conscious choice to respond with strength, dignity, and hope. Resilience does not mean the absence of pain or struggle. It does not suggest that life will be easy or that challenges can be avoided. On the contrary, resilience is the courage to face difficulties head-on, to stand firm in the midst of uncertainty, and to maintain belief in the possibility of a better tomorrow. It is the quiet determination to continue when the world seems to conspire against us, to persevere when others might give up, and to remain steadfast even when the path is unclear. In building resilience, we discover the power of silence. There is a profound strength in choosing not to react impulsively, in allowing ourselves the time to reflect before we respond. Silence offers clarity, patience, and perspective. It is in these moments of quiet that we find the wisdom to navigate complex situations, to rise above negativity, and to respond with integrity rather than anger. The ability to remain calm amidst chaos is a hallmark of true resilience. Equally important is the power of a smile. Even in the darkest moments, a smile carries with it hope, courage, and the reminder that we are more than our hardships. Smiling in the face of adversity is an act of defiance against despair. It reassures ourselves and others that no matter how heavy the burden, joy and humanity can still exist. A smile can lift spirits, strengthen bonds, and inspire those around us to persevere alongside us. And at the heart of resilience lies hope, the unwavering belief that despite the trials of today, the future holds the promise of light, growth, and possibility. Hope fuels our determination. keeps our spirits alive, and transforms challenges into opportunities for learning and growth. It allows us to rise from failure, to rebuild after loss, and to continue forward with courage and purpose. Life will not spare us from hardship, but silence, smiles, and hope provide the tools to endure and to rise stronger. Each challenge becomes a lesson, each setback a stepping stone, and each moment of struggle an opportunity to deepen our strength and fortitude. Through resilience, we transform adversity into empowerment, darkness into light, and despair into courage. So let us face life's trials with calm hearts, courageous smiles, and unwavering hope. Let us rise each time we fall, strengthened by the knowledge that our spirit is indomitable, for it is through resilience that we truly discover our power, our purpose, and our ability to inspire the world around us. True strength does not always announce itself with noise or grandeur. Often it is quiet, steadfast, and unwavering, a force that flows from within, rooted in inner peace. In a world filled with turmoil, conflict, and constant pressure, the ability to maintain calm and optimism is not just a personal virtue. It is a powerful tool to influence the world around us. Inner peace allows us to respond to challenges with clarity rather than confusion, with compassion rather than anger, and with wisdom rather than impulsivity. When we cultivate inner peace, we discover a strength that others cannot see but cannot ignore. It is the calm presence in a heated debate, the steady hand in moments of crisis, and the patient heart in times of frustration. This quiet force does not seek recognition or applause. It simply acts, guided by integrity and the understanding that our responses define not only the outcomes of situations, but the character of our own lives. Inner peace is born from acceptance of what we cannot change, and courage to act upon what we can. It allows us to let go of resentment, to forgive when necessary, and to focus our energy on meaningful action rather than wasted conflict. By responding calmly, we prevent chaos from dictating our choices. We learn that reacting in anger often escalates tension, but responding with a steady, thoughtful mind can transform difficulty into opportunity. Moreover, inner peace is contagious. One person who remains calm in the face of adversity can inspire courage in others, diffuse tension, and create an environment where collaboration and understanding can thrive. A peaceful presence can turn hostility into dialogue, fear into confidence, and doubt into hope. This quiet strength teaches others that leadership is not measured by domination or force, but by patience, integrity, and the ability to remain grounded amid uncertainty. To cultivate inner peace, we must embrace reflection, mindfulness, and self-awareness. We must acknowledge our emotions without being controlled by them, confront our fears without succumbing to them, and remain committed to our principles, even when the world challenges us. In doing so, we gain not only personal tranquility, but also the capacity to act in ways that uplift others, inspire change, and leave a lasting positive impact on the communities and world around us. Inner peace is not a retreat from life. It is a courageous engagement with it. It empowers us to navigate life's storms with resilience, to approach every interaction with empathy, and to lead with integrity and wisdom. It is a force that cannot be shaken by chaos or distraction, because it is anchored in the steady understanding of who we are and what we stand for. So let us embrace this quiet power. Let our calm hearts guide our actions, our measured words foster understanding, and our optimism illuminate the path forward. In cultivating inner peace, we do not merely survive the challenges of life. We rise above them, transform them, and through our example, inspire the world to do the same.